Most people think SWAT starts when a door explodes. It does not. It starts earlier, back when you are still patrol and still believe a clean uniform means you are prepared. You check the mirror before shift. You straighten a fresh badge. You climb into the cruiser thinking, then the call comes in. Shots fired. Third floor. People screaming inside a dark apartment block. The moment you pull up, the building feels wrong. Too quiet. Too many windows. Too much darkness where people should already be moving. Inside, the stairwell is tight and stale. Old paint, dust, concrete. Every step sounds too loud. Behind one bathroom door, a mother is hiding with her child. You keep clearing rooms, room to room, corner to corner. The shooter is gone by the time the hallway is secure. The danger has moved on. The silence has not. Later, you sit alone in the cruiser with police lights washing the windshield and realize the night did not make you fearless. It made you understand how thin patrol can feel when the worst version of a moment finally arrives. It also teaches you something you cannot unlearn. Some men spend the rest of their careers trying to stay away from that feeling. You start moving toward it. The next morning, you stop outside the SWAT locker room. Black helmets, heavy vests, rows of gear hanging in silence. For the first time, the future has a physical shape. Selection burns the fantasy off fast. Cold lineup, running before sunrise, mud, obstacles, weight biting into your shoulders. Then comes the windowless room. Fluorescent light, bad air, noise. Nowhere to send your thoughts except back into yourself. Minutes stop feeling measurable in there. Fatigue gets louder than the room. Strong candidates quit at the gate without speeches. The men who remain do not look tougher. They look hollow. That is closer to the truth. When the board is down to a handful of names, you find you're still there. It does not feel warm. It feels final, like the wider version of your life just closed behind you. Later, when nobody is watching, you kneel alone because your body still has not caught up with what your mind already knows. You are in. And from that moment on, the standard around you changes. Then they issue the gear. Vest, helmet, rifle, gloves, a place in the stack. In the armory, everyone moves quietly because readiness is a craft, not a mood. On the first real mission, shoulders touch at the door and breathing slows. The flashbang turns the hallway white. Then training takes over. Smoke. Furniture shoved out of place. Corners claimed in sequence. A suspect pinned to the floor. Hostages blinking into police lights. Everything happens in fragments, but your body knows where to go before your thoughts are fully formed. Afterward, you look at your own hands and wait for them to shake. They do not. That steadiness is the real threshold. It is the first sign that the job is changing the shape of you. An older sergeant studies you for a second on his way past. He does not need to say much. The look is enough. Breachers grow old in the shoulders first. Now you carry the ram, the Halligan, and the charges. The hardest part is not the weight. It is knowing the whole stack is waiting on your half second at the door. You press into the frame. Behind it could be anything. An empty room, a barricade, a shotgun, a frightened kid. Then impact, dust, movement. Again. Enough repetitions and the work starts following you home. It lives in your shoulders, in your hands, and in the way you pause at thresholds without meaning to. Even your quiet starts to feel different. Your partner sees it in the silence. Your daughter sees it on the fridge, where she draws you in a helmet with a tool in your hand. To her, you are simply the man who opens doors. She says it like it is simple. That is what makes it hurt. Then the work divides. Some nights you are on a rooftop with a spotter and a rifle while the city keeps moving below you. Traffic lights change, windows glow. Somewhere across that distance, one lit window becomes your entire world. The rest of the city keeps acting like time is normal. Inside that frame, a hostage is waiting on a decision nobody else will ever feel. When the moment comes, it is almost quiet. The longest walk afterward is back to the van with the same rifle and a different weight in your chest. Other nights, 8 men stand around a planning table waiting for your read. Then comes the warehouse, steel beams, dark aisles, flashlight shafts and dust. One bad turn in the plan and the point man goes down. In those seconds, everyone looks at you for the next answer. That is when experience stops looking like confidence. It starts looking like control. That is how leadership arrives. Not as glory, as isolation, By the time command reaches you, danger comes through signatures, briefings, media lights, late-night phones, and hospital corridors. Your office window faces the city, but the desk in front of you decides which men will walk into it before dawn. A microphone can demand certainty. A 3:47 a.m. call can still hollow out your chest. And some nights you sit in your own driveway with the engine off, not ready to carry the dark inside. The porch light waits. So does the version of home you keep arriving late to. Eventually, the call sign is retired. The gear is boxed. The phone rings less. But the job does not leave with the uniform. It stays in your posture, in your sleep, in the way you still read every room before you enter it. Then one day you see a young cop watching the team pass with the same hunger you once had. You already know the cost. The strange part is that this never stops the cycle. He will still step closer. He will still want in. And one day he will understand why the men ahead of him always looked older than their age.